church scandals in recent years, but nothing quite like this. It happened in the center of the Bible Belt, Tulsa, Oklahoma, when a prominent minister there was scandalized, not because of sex or embezzlement, but rather his belief in hell. Some theologians wonder if modern believers still need a medieval pit of fire, but when the question was raised by this evangelical megastar, he lost his mega congregation.
He shared pulpits with the likes of Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson, counseled presidents at the White House. And after the Oklahoma City bombing, he was called to lead the grieving in prayer.
You said, "Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord."
And throughout his rise, Pearson preached the fundamentals. Everyone is born a sinner. Everyone is going to hell, unless they accept Jesus Christ as Lord.
Thank God I don't have to go to hell, even though I deserve hell, but Jesus vicariously substituted for me, took on death, hell, and the grave, and I have the victory today.
But through the years, as he studied the ancient Greek and Hebrew scriptures, he developed a crisis of faith.
And I couldn't reconcile a God whose mercy endures forever and this torture chamber that's customized for unbelievers. You can't be happy. And how can you really love a God who's torturing your grandmother? And that's what I went through for years.
The more he studied, the more he saw the Bible not as the literal word of God, but a book by men about God. Primitive men, prone to mistranslations, political agendas, and human emotions. And one night, as he watched Peter Jennings report on the parade of suffering in Rwanda, he had a revelation.
So you believe that God was telling you hell exists on earth?
Yes. The bitter torment of the idea of an angry, visceral, distant, stoic, harsh, unrelenting, unforgiving, intolerant God is hell. It's pagan, it's superstitious, and if you trace its history, it goes way back to where men feared the gods because something happened in life that caused frustration that they couldn't explain. People who believe in hell create it for themselves and others. People who believe in devils and demons become that in consciousness, and they act it out.
When Carlton Pearson began preaching this message, his congregation went from 6,000 to less than 300, and he was diagnosed with cancer. You can see what happened next on a special edition of 2020 this Friday night. It's Hell, Our Fear and Fascination. And I've been working on this for about 6 months, and I tell people about it, and they make a joke about their cubicle or the DMV or something. But it's really fascinating to study faith through the prism of hell and our sense of eternal justice and crime and punishment and free will and all of these things and where it comes from.
Very provocative questions. We did an hour on heaven, now an hour on hell.
Equal time. Yeah, I hope you'll join us Friday night.